I'm so glad your dad's finally woken up. Think you might invite him to the hot springs tonight for a little father-son bonding? Maybe not just yet. He should probably stay in bed until he gets a bit more of his strength back. Oh yeah, probably a good idea. I'm sure he'd love it if you invited him at some point, though. Honestly, I'd like to bring Dad and Fiona here when things settle down. I've only been away from the Empire for a month, so I'm kind of surprised by how much I missed it. What a great town to come back to. This village holds a lot of memories for Class 7, I can certainly say that. Memories that we're not privy to because we didn't get to have the audio. Oh well. I'm happy you feel that way. Given that people here are being gracious enough to host us yet again, I'd like to give them something in return. I just haven't decided exactly what yet. Should I help them out? It's not like I don't owe everyone a lot here. Why don't we help clear up some of the snow then? It hasn't been coming down that hard, but it never hurts to have a clean walkway. It's a good exercise too. Huh, no complaints here. Let's borrow some shovels and get to work. Rean and Gaius headed over to the mansion's storehouse to borrow a couple of shovels. And once they were adequately equipped, they started clearing snow off of some of the village's more popular pathways. We finished that in record time. Thanks for all the help. Although it is still snowing, so I'm sure it'll build up again before long. Still, it was good exercise, so it wasn't all for nothing. All that work warmed me up a bit too. I wish I could say the same about my fingers and toes. I'm surprised you're not freezing with how lightly you're dressed though. Well, it's chilly all year round on the highlands. We don't get snow like you find here, but I'm used to dealing with cold. Oh, really? Well, if you say so. I mean, I'm fairly used to cold weather too, but I don't think living here all my life's ever stopped me from feeling cold. Anyway, you alright with stopping by the foot bath to warm up a bit? Doesn't sound like a bad idea. Put your footsies in the water, and they get all nice and warm. Ah, warm footsies. This really is relaxing. It's a pleasure to be able to use the springs here again after our last visit. I think there are a few on the outskirts of the highland, but it's never been our custom to soak in them like this. Well, everyone's country's different, I guess. There really is a lot to love about Erebonia. I still hope to bring my whole family here once everything's calmed down. Really? Toma, Lily, and Sheeta really did seem sad to see you go. You must be worried about them. Yeah, Nord's no longer in any immediate danger, but it's still difficult to rest easy with the war raging on. The sooner everyone can return to living in peace, the better. Yeah, and when that happens, I want to show them more of this great country. No tanks, no soldats, but the things that made me come to see Erebonia as a second home to begin with. Like the snow and the hot springs here, and this place is just one of many stunning places to see. Each one rich with tradition. I really hope you can. I still don't know how much we can do, but we'll put our best foot forward so we can make that a reality. And when we do, our foot will be nice and warm and clean because we put it in this hot, warm foot bath. Yay, foot bath. We know how much your family means to you guys, and I hope we can help you reunite with them. Thanks, that means a lot. Sharon wants to do some cooking later, so I'm here to stock up on ingredients. She asked for stuff that'll be nice and nutritious for your dad, too. Thank you so much for doing this. You must be exhausted after that time you spent in Nord, too, so try to get some rest if you can. Thanks, maybe I will. You know, the foot bath I passed on the way here might be a great way to do that. I haven't used it since our trip, so maybe I could do with a little dip. I'm tempted to join her. No. You just did a foot bath. We don't need more foot bath in our life. We already foot bathed enough. That does sound good. Can I come with? The more the merrier. Let me just finish up my shopping and we can head over. After Rean helped Lisa carry her purchases back home, the two of them made their way over to the footbath. Ah, you can feel the warmth coursing through your whole body. Rean's like, let me tell you, I am addicted right now to foot baths. If I can get every single person that I talk to today to march over here in foot bath, I will be the happiest Rean you have ever seen. I want my feet in so many foot baths. They are wrinkled and pruny and hot to the touch. I want to step out of this foot bath onto the snow and have it freaking melt. I want my feet so bathed that even like ancient Egyptian pharaohs are jealous of me, because that's how much I want my feet in the bath. I just want to live in the foot bath. You know what? Let's just screw the rest of the game. Let's just go ahead and make the rest of the game a foot bath mini game and see how many times I can foot bath it. I don't care about the war. Screw the war. I just want my foot bath. It feels like all my exhaustion is just melting away. Yeah, the foot bath's nice all year round, but it's really something special during winter. The last time we were here, it was still early fall, so I imagine you can build the difference too. I can, actually. I think it was winter when I came here with my family as a little girl too. Oh yeah, you mentioned last time we were here that you'd been once with your family. Do you remember how long ago? Well, my father was still alive, so it was around 9 years ago, I suppose. It was grandfather's idea to bring us all here. This was back before Sharon joined our family too. That sounds exactly like something he'd suggest. If it was 9 years ago, that'd make it a few years or so after my dad adopted me. Oh, how funny would it be if we actually bumped into each other back when we were kids? We couldn't stay for long since everyone was really busy with work at the time. But I'll treasure the memory forever. The whole family together, laughing and smiling, mother and father at my side. It's amazing how much can change in 9 years. Everything is completely different now, both at home and in Erebonia as a whole. I just hope Mother is alright, wherever she is now. Give me a minute. A minute for what? What's this? It's called a happiness hair. They're seen as a kind of good luck charm around here. Normally you'd put a bit more effort into making one and use different materials, but this'll do for now. Aw, it's a sweet little thing, isn't it? I know, right? When we were kids, Elise used to always make one for me whenever she thought I was down. Oh. Sorry, you must be as worried about her as I am about Mother. I'm sure she's just fine. That's what I'm choosing to believe. So just try and believe that your mom is fine too. I'm sure that you'll be reunited with her before long. Just don't give up hope. Yeah, I won't. Now let me get my feet back into the bath. Come on, don't cry. Here, this'll cheer you up. Don't worry, you... Wait, was that? Oh yeah, of course they met 9 years ago because she's the canon character. They had to. Was that a memory from when I came here as a little girl? Elisa? Sorry, I guess it's a little childish to think something like this would cheer you up. Oh no, that's not it at all. Thanks for the encouragement, Rean. I won't give up. And I'll keep believing that we'll both be reunited with our families before long. That's what I like to hear. Now get back in the bath. Put those footsies in the water. After that, they soaked their feet in the foot bath for a while longer and enjoyed some pleasant conversation. When they got out, Rean bade farewell to Elisa, who chose to return to the general store. I'm gonna head into the mountains for some hunting. Should go well. I used to do it all the time back in the Corps. I'll be sure to catch your dad something good to eat. Thanks, I guess. Still, don't forget to rest. You're really going to need it. Roger. Sharon was kind enough to give us the official Ouroboros seal of approval on Ymir's defenses yesterday. They might be number one on the guild's list of enemies, but everything I've seen out of her is worthy of our trust. Still, the more time passes, the grimmer the situation here in the Empire gets. Maybe it's time for me to square things up with the goddess, just in case. A little prayer couldn't hurt me right now. Maybe I should go join him. If you're heading off to pray, I'd be happy to join you. That's the plan. Nice to have some company. There's something I wanted to talk to you about anyway, so I guess the goddess is smiling on me already. Well, what would that be? I'm kind of surprised you wanted to come and pray all of a sudden. You never really struck me as much of a religious man. Well, it's because I'm not really. I only really come to church to pray before the big jobs. What brought you here today then? You even need to ask? I wanted to pray for you kids' futures, as well as the future of all of us in the Bracer Guild. Both the Idios and my other goddess. Whoa, who's this other goddess? Kind of an embarrassing question to answer, to tell you the truth. But she's the woman who set me on the road to becoming a bracer. Oh. It all started back in the day when I was still working for Old Mitt. I ended up getting caught in some trouble involving an artifact, you see, and she's the one who helped me get through it all. If you don't mind me asking, what kind of trouble? Let's just say that's one experience I'll be happy to never relive. I was pretty skilled with the arts even back then, but if she hadn't come when she did, I'd have been a goner. She's a tad on the violent side though, the kind of person who could take out a whole Jaeger Corps with just her bare hands. I think a tad might be putting it lightly. Still, that was how we met, and she saw the potential I had when it came to arts. Thanks to her, I ended up finding my true calling. I threw away all the aliases I'd been using up until that point, and just became Tobal Randonner, the Bracer, and that's how I'm going to stay. Anyway, I guess what I'm trying to say is, people at the end of the day are the sum of their experiences. There's obviously a lot you guys don't know about your past, but that's not what defines who you are. What does define you are the choices you make, the paths you choose. That's what I think, at least. Tobal. Well, anyway, you've still got more of your classmates to find. And even then, you've still got plenty of time to find exactly what it is you want to do with your life. But if you ever need any advice, you can always come talk to me. Thanks, Tobal. I still have no idea what I want to do after all of us meet up or after this war's over. But hopefully by the end of it, I'll have a better idea. There you go. Their conversation finished, Rean and Tobal offered up silent prayers to the goddess, and swore once again to survive the trials of war and come out of the other side. Tobal recommended I try the coffee here, and now I can see exactly why. The beans themselves are fairly standard, but the roasting method they use has given them a wonderful aroma. Coffee this good pairs perfectly with all these chess game transcripts I've been reading. Wait, you're reading up on games other people played? You must really love your chess. You could say that. I'd like to think I've gotten better ever since joining the lower class chess club too. But I haven't played in a long time. Reading records like this may be fun, but it's no match for the real thing. You know, I could play against him. I'm pretty sure there's a chess set over in the Phoenix Wings, Machias. It might not be up to the club standards, but it should see us through a match or two if you're interested. Oh, I'm interested. But only if you expect me to come at you with everything I've got. Way ahead of you. Rean and Machias enthusiastically ran off to the Phoenix Wings to grab the chess set, then they sat down for their game with coffee in hand. Well, this is going just swell. I figured you'd be rusty enough for me to maybe stand a chance of winning, but no, you're as sharp as ever. I wasn't part of the chess club for nothing. You're doing a good job at holding your own though, so don't feel too bad. You're reminding me of how tenacious a player Stepan was. He was the captain of the lower class chess club, wasn't he? I wonder what he's up to right now. I wish I knew. He's a hot-blooded guy though. I can't picture him sitting around idly. I wonder what the students from the upper class chess club are doing too. You're worried about them, aren't you? I know you were competing against them initially, but it looked like you guys were putting your differences behind you. We were. At the end of the day, this war was started by the Noble Alliance, not by nobles as a whole. For every noble who's in favor of it, there's another who's as much of a victim of it as the commoners are. You've changed. Back when we first met, all it took was someone whispering the word noble to set you off on a rant. Well, I'd like to believe I've been able to mature a little since enrolling at the academy. Either way, with my father being one of the many victims of this war after his arrest, I can only hope we can do something to better the situation for everyone. Yeah, same here. But I'm sure we'll be fine. No matter how desperate things seem, if you keep searching for ways to turn things around, you'll find one. That's true for this civil war as much as it is for this game of chess. Tying it to chess now, are you? Well, I do see what you mean. All we can do is keep looking for the one move that will change everything. Crap, why'd you move that piece there? Talk about perfect timing. That there is my one move that changed the game. I might be able to win against you after all, huh? We'll see about that. I'm only just getting started. Their game continued with Machias determined to win. And while he did secure his victory, it was a challenging game throughout, and it was safe to say both he and Rean thoroughly enjoyed themselves in the process. Nice to see that Nillium hasn't lost any of her spark. Even though we really had our work cut out for us back in Nord, I'm glad we managed to resolve the trouble here. Speaking of Nord, I should probably ask, do you know anything about that Altina girl? Like why she and Milliam both have weird puppets in the same last name? I do. Unfortunately, all of my information is property of the Intelligence Division, and as such, my lips are sealed. But to be blunt, telling you would only serve to confuse you, and we can't afford to have your mind anywhere else now. Fair point. Ooh, what are you guys whispering about? Wait, I see what's going on here. Hush whispers, staying close, working together. You two are dating, aren't you? Yes, please, I will do that, yes. Excuse me? That's your definition of dating? Sorry, Laura. I mean, I still love you, but I've said before that I do wish that Claire was a dateable option. Mostly for the second playthrough than anything else. This spot's got the best view of the whole town you can get. Now, where am I going to play today? Someone mentioned a spot where you can snowboard around here. That sounds like it'd be kind of fun. Nice to see she's making herself a home. If she's interested in snowboarding, she might need some help to get started. Maybe I should go with her? Snowboarding, huh? Want me to join you? I hate to assume, but I'm guessing you've never gone before? I grew up around snow, so I can show you the ropes if you want. You mean it? That'd be awesome, but I did say I'd lend Claire a hand today. Go have fun. You can help me out later. Hee hee, boom! Schedule cleared. Let's go carve some powder. That's what you say, right? Wow, this course is super nice looking. Yep, all the younger guys in the village helped me make it. That goes for me too, of course. It was a while before enrolling at the academy. Really? Neat. Alright, time to have some fun. But you've never used a snowboard, right? You should probably start by learning the basics instead of trying to have a race right off the bat. Haha, nah. Why go through all the boring stuff when I've got Lammy? What kind of trouble are you conjuring up this time? Lammy! I'll race on Lammy, you race on your snowboard, and we'll see who claims victory. You can't be serious. There's not much point in racing on a snowboard course if you're just going to fly over everything. But it'll be fun, and fun's all that matters. So let's go, 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 go! Really? How is this any fun for her? Like, how is she having any fun just flying? That's no different than what she already does. She's not really carving any powder at all. She's just flying around, being silly. I don't see any way I'm gonna beat her. Oh wow, I did win. And victory is mine. Ha! Look at you, Rean. I can't believe you beat Lammy. Well, I'm pretty used to snowboarding, and this is the beginner course. Our Getlim sure is fast, though. Racing against him reminded me of when we were chasing you two all across the Highlands. Guess you did, huh? Lammy can do way more than this, though. Probably the only one who could really take him down would be that one girl and Sammy. Actually, now that you brought that up, you wouldn't happen to know anything about her, would you? I mean, you've got the same surname. That can't be a coincidence. Beats me. All I can tell you is that was definitely the first time we ever met. Maybe she's a friend of a friend or something? That doesn't explain the surname. You know, I really don't know much about Milliam. We might be classmates, but she doesn't talk much about her background. Maybe she's just not ready to? Who cares who she is anyway? Friend, foe, or distant relative, she kidnapped Elise and the princess, right? Well, yeah, but we're gonna save them, Rean. If fighting her is what it takes to make it happen, then that's just what we're gonna do. And I'm gonna help, because that's what classmates are for, right? Right you are. Thanks, Milliam. We still don't have any clues as to where the two of them actually are. But I'll be counting on you to help us find out, and to rescue them when that time comes. You betcha! They stayed out for a while longer to enjoy the wintry scenery together, and then headed back to Union.